Go, fam. Episode 123, Riv Pod in the house. Wow, I love that little slow clap. Your boys are here. Javier down here in Haverhill, Mass. Victorious up in Londonderry, New Hampshire. The boys are back. Fam,
Yes, sir.
episode 123, the Lightning Kid, the 123 Kid.
1, 2, 3, baby. Welcome back. Yo, it's been a bit, cuz.
We're here. Feels good. Appreciate all the support. Make sure you like, share, subscribe on the YouTube page. Easy to do, free to do. Hit the little button. And also, a lot of videos on the page, fam. You got there out there with Lamine Yamal. We always got videos out there. I got a little build a box video out there, fam.
Always got to stay relevant. Got to keep it going. Got to keep something going. If we ain't doing an episode, we got to do a little something,
So here, you know what we're gonna get into the usual stuff. Revs. We just went to the game. Just did some awesome tailgating this past Saturday, fam. We're recording here.
Yes.
May 21st. Is it the 21st? It is.
Yeah,
wow, unbelievable.
Pre-Memorial, fam. This is literally right before the
there you go. Yep, absolutely. Memorial Day weekend coming up. But yeah, fam, we got the Revs. We got Glory, Man United. You have the jersey on. Big matchup today. Unfortunate result. Could have been a little. I mean, could have been a little glory there.
Yeah, it could have been, would have been but it probably the way it should have been.
It isn't. It wasn't, and it isn't. We also got the WWE. We'll tap in there with what's going on. I know Money in the Bank is coming up. I think that's the next pay-per-view type or PPE, whatever we want to call it. And then, fam, come on, Bitcoin
going up. I mean, been talking about it for a little bit now. So for anyone who has tapped in or knows, what we talk about here, at some point, yeah, man, all-time high today, everyone. We're looking at right now price of $109,829,000 with an all-time high today of $110,724.
Wow, almost pushed to 111.
$110,724.16
almost
is today's all-time high. So
that's great news, fam. Unbelievable. Good energy all the way around. A lot of things. We can even tap into Scotty Scheffler doing some things in golf, your boy Tatum, the Celtics, how all that is, shaping up, fam. Always so much going on, fam.
It's Chef, like automatic lock. I mean, if this man ain't in your lineup, what are we talking about?
I know it's tough.
To be honest with you, all you golf heads in these big ass tournaments, like, how do you guys not play this man?
Silly.
We're just talking automatic points. I mean, I'm just like, I'm a points guy. Give me the points.
So simple, fam. So simple. Easy game. Print the money. That's all we gotta do, fam. Yo, appreciate everyone rocking with us. Let's get right. Yeah, I'm always like, you got any restaurants? You got any good stuff to eat lately, fam?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm a fan of 110 Grill.
Whoa.
I'm gonna say, we actually,
what do you like? What do you like from there? What's going on there? Is there one in Londonderry? Is there one near you?
Up in Manchester, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, there's a chicken piccata plate. It's like it's not chicken piccata. Yeah, I think it's like fried chicken, like a fried chicken with like gnocchi. I can't really say that word.
Gnocchi, yes.
Yeah, gnocchi. Yeah. All that. So that's a good meal. And then I had a delicious plate the other day, and to be honest with you, I'm freaking blanking. It was I thought it was like we had a tuna app, which was phenomenal. I like any kind of like fish, raw tuna. You kind of dip it in the hoisin sauce or whatever sauce they got. But damn, it's killing me right now what the hell I had. But I remember saying it was delicious. But either way, I know that that chicken piccata plate is really good from there, from 110 Grill. Yeah, that's the latest thing I like
110. I can rock with 110. We go there quite a good amount. The kids both like it there, so not bad. We went to Copper Door recently, had a fantastic time. Food unbelievable, and I was telling some people the prices actually like reasonable too. Fall in line with actually even better than some spots, better than I thought even too. So
for sure.
It's just Copper Door, fam. Enough of the small talk, little intro there. Enough of the small chat. Let's get into the Revs. We were just there
Enough
this
with the
past
fluff.
weekend. on 5/17, we were there against the San Jose Earthquakes coming back. Saw Bruce come back. Actually, saw Noel Buck had a leg injury, so he wasn't out there. But ended up being a 0-0 tie, 0-0 in the record book. But we were there live and in person. Had a fantastic time tailgating. The vibes was right, the energy was right, the weather was right. We were out there grilling, fam. I don't know, however, whatever you want to speak on, fam. Let's get into the Revs as they make their way back up in the standings after a tough start, fam. So, let's speak on the Revs, fam.
Nah, literally. I mean, I think the last 6 games in the league, I want to say they're unbeaten. I think it's 4 victories, 2 ties, and yeah, I mean, in a lot of ways, shooting up the standings and not losing any ground. Unfortunately, some events didn't, allow us to see the game that day. But with that being said, the tailgating was great. Yeah, man, good. Seemed like a really good seats, fam. So honestly, it's kind of tough we weren't there. But either way, on to the Revs, man. Yeah. I mean, it's positive. I mean, we're talking about we started off the season, and I look back on it. I mean, we were pretty nasty with them, but it is what it is. I mean, what would you expect from a New England crowd, right? Like, what else are we known for other than just kind of trashing the team when they're down? So yeah, when they're up too, we'll also join them. So here we are, go Revs. Yeah, we'll always.
No, we keep it a buck. That's what we
Yeah,
do.
it's just really it.
If the team sucks, we're gonna let them know they suck. They sucked
Yep.
a long time to start the season. Now we see the table, and they're still in 11th, but plenty of games left. And they've got some energy back. They were like letting up. They were on a solid streak there of not letting up any goals, which was awesome.
Yep.
They had like a minutes, like 400 and something minutes there without letting a goal. So just in general, fam, they just brought some energy back. Now they've got Campagna back. It seems like they're back at full strength for the most part. I've seen like Ignacio still getting used to some of the players, fam.
Well, what I was going to kind of allude to too is when we started off the beginning of the season or preseason, it was like, being excited about kind of like a roster shakeup, all these new players with the hopes that, they could generate something like this. So, the fact that, Caleb's got them, I guess, somewhat informed, I know they lost yesterday in the US Open Cup to, I think it was Chicago, but it was definitely like the reserves. In the US Open Cup, Lamar Hunt Cup, even though historically, yeah, it's cool. It's definitely not the goal. But the league form has been excellent, and yeah, like you said, this guy's back, the Campania guy who this guy's a international forward for Ecuador, and yeah, need a guy like that. Ecuador, right?
I want to say he's definitely South American fan for sure.
100%, 100%.
But yeah, he's definitely an international, and he's been solid. And with Carlos Hale, who's been in great form, he's tapping into like little. I don't want to say fountain of youth, fam, but
we were saying a little bit not too long ago. Like, come on,
need something.
Yeah, we need a little bit more than just like the set plays and the peak. Which again, we're being.
Yeah, we want to be. We're greedy, fam. Sorry, you know what I'm saying. We've been in the mix. Why do we want to watch a sucky ass product? Why does anyone?
Correct.
So we're there. We're putting in our hard-earned money, our time, our sweat, our energy. Like, fam, come on, just like come on, we're doing our part. So the Revs could do their part, just putting out a decent product, and I don't think that's asking too much, fam.
It's not.
We're looking ahead here. They got Sporting, KC, they got DC United, Montreal. Like the beat just goes on, fam. This schedule goes on till like October, fam. So
it's a long it's a long season, man.
The beat goes on. Look at this. This is a full schedule. Looks like
ain't that the truth?
Out until the middle of October, fam. So yeah, no, it was just a lot to look forward to, and glad that they're back in the mix. In general, because there's nothing worse than just being all the way out and like nothing to cheer for.
Oh, nah. And I mean, that was last year. I mean, last year was pretty pitiful. Can't have a repeat of that.
Gross.
Yeah, can't have a repeat of that. So, yeah, we got to be trending
good
up.
energy.
Yep, let's trend up, you know?
Favorite part of the tailgate, fam? Negative, any not favorite parts of the tailgate?
Oh, no. Yo, the weather couldn't have been any more perfect. I mean, that bad boy opened up, you know, it looked like it was going to be a little rainy. Then it's like, nah, it's no rain. You know, you would tell me to bring my winter coat. It turned out to be a summer night. You know what I'm saying? So,
It's true.
yeah, no, everyone, you know, you got to
Yo,
prepare for
it's New
layers,
England, though,
fam.
fam.
Yeah, you never know, you know?
It was
So,
windy. We were tying the thing down, the canopy down with, you know, whatever
yep,
we had. It was all hands on
little
deck,
wind,
fam. So,
little wind.
little
Nah.
wind, but did get out of hand.
Nah, always the grilling, always a good little product with that, fam. The kids, you know what I'm saying? Good environment, and yeah, I mean, no negative. The only negative was again we had to bail out a little early, but yo, all in all, we're here, baby.
So true. It's hard to pick out a negative spot. It's not no negative.
Yep,
Just all
no
there, good
negatives.
energy, good vibes.
Yes,
Once you get
sir.
there and start setting up, and like
Yep.
everyone's getting out of their cars. Everyone's like getting their things right from when everyone gets the ball rolling. It's like, yeah, good times, baby.
Oh, absolutely, no doubt about it.
Awesome. Yo, more to follow from the Revs. Lot to look forward to. Let's keep it moving, fam. Across the pond, you got the shirt on. Tough result today in the Europa Cup finals. Nothing now for European football now for United. We talked a little bit about we always compare the Revs to United, obviously because they're the main teams we follow. You think a lot of shakeup? You think a new roster-ish coming up for the next? Still how many games for this season left?
Nah, there's one left. It's
One left. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yep,
Come on,
one left, and that's really to
we're looking
determine if
forward to next year. Is the skipper staying? Is the gaffer?
I don't know. I mean, you know, I feel like he tried to, you know, jump off the bridge midway at some point early in the season and was convinced not to. I don't know if this is quite the event. I mean, he hasn't put, I would say any coach that comes in the middle of the season needs to get a chance for a full run at it. I mean, you can't go through all of that to not have a guy, you know, be a part of the off-season process, you know, recruit players, say you want this person, not, you know, really not have your full.
Like, yeah, how long you been? How long you been with the club?
I mean,
This
he's
guy,
been with the club. I think they
What's his
fired.
name? Ruben.
Yeah. Ruben Amorim.
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean, he is Ten Hag got sacked. I want to say, Christ, like a little after.
14 matches, fam.
Yeah, 14 matches. I mean, and he's won.
Oh no, man.
He's only won six.
Sorry,
I
I
don't
might
know.
be
Maybe
looking
I
at something
don't.
else.
I would say this much: he only won 6 Premier League games since like November. You know, they sacked Ten Hag. I want to say back in like October. You know, and when Ten Hag left, and this is a crazy stat, but United hadn't even lost a Europa game up until today. You know, every game that they played, they either drew or won. They had been down a lot of times, and I think, you know, if the writing's on the wall in terms of always being down, right? Eventually, at some point, when you're down, you know, you only have so much fight left. And the final was a clear indication that, fam, they were just done,
Nothing.
right? Like they literally ran out of steam. And I think it was just beyond physical steam. Honestly, I just think mentally, yeah, yo,
A lot, bro.
blown, bro. Like literally, like the emoji bro, the whole thing, bro. It's nasty. You know, they got the whole cutting of the funds and Ratcliffe coming in, and you know
Wow.
what have they really done? You know, I don't know. I don't know what could, you know, if anything, right? What they have done is they've been brave enough, right, to step in and say, yeah, I'm going to lose 25% of my value, which is terrible. You know, all that for the sacrifice. You know, we have no European soccer whatsoever. Everything is domestic, fam. Amstel Light, Coors Light. You know what I'm saying? So
Diablo. Definitely Coors Light, fam. Maybe even Bud Light.
Bud Light, yeah.
Wow, Diablo. I don't know, fam. We just talked about the Revs, kind of like this, fam, kind of on an upward trend here. Damn, United got me feeling down, fam. United
It was crazy. It was
got
like
me feeling down, yo.
it was
Like
like
I'm watching the game today. Like, why isn't Garnacho in the game? We talked a little bit about it before we went live.
stupid.
This man's your hottest guy. Get him in there.
Yeah, he came in right off the bat, shot on goal, electric. Yeah, you
Like
know all
skipped it
that.
right off the ground hard, fam. Like, come,
It was actually a great save on the
great
keeper's end.
save.
Actually, Shout out to Vicario. Actually, honestly,
Luke
Tottenham played.
Shaw. Luke Shaw. I saw a great header towards the end that he made a great save on. Like Luke Shaw put
He,
his all into it too. That was like the 90th plus.
I would say this much. I mean, that's a save that any keeper should make. I mean, on from the side, it looked like a tremendous save, but another angle, I'm like, yeah, bro, you better save that. So yeah, I guess in the moment, you got to be ready. But that's why you get paid the big bucks, But I just have to call that one where I see it because I was looking at it, I'm like, damn, could have been better. You know what I'm saying? So that's one guy too. He can beat it too.
I don't know. The whole team looks like
literally, like the whole fucking team can go. Like I didn't really want to swear. I was trying to minimize it to one, and there it is. But it's like I'm done. I'm fed up. I'm frustrated. But you know what? It's only in the short term. In the long term, I'm like, very medium. I'm like, it's just what it is, fam.
I mean, the good thing, they're staying up in like just a clean slate next year. That's the best thing about every season.
The best thing about it, it was kind of fun to follow this club, and this is why they're always talked about. It's always, even if it's to bash them, or if it's good presses, bad press, bad, all that whole everything, that whole saying, fam. So for me, it's always a talking point. Like, who cares about some of these other clubs? Like even City, like what's there to talk about City? I guess a few things, but like, we all know it's the best.
Beat it, City.
Beat it.
Yeah, they need those sanctions. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, exactly. When's that coming up? And what's up with Pep Guardiola? He's talking all this. I'm gonna quit if they don't boost if they keep talking about if they keep maximizing his roster, he's gonna quit. He wants a short squad. Like, bro, why don't you just leave, bro? Just quit.
Yeah, beat it then. We don't this is the import.
If
we
you're
don't
just
need announcement.
he's say I think Pep is playing these guys. I think he's playing them. I think he is gonna honestly just be like, you know what? I'm out. But we'll see.
Wishes he was a special one. Fam, any positivity? Who's sticking around for next year? Who do you like going forward? Who do you want to keep on the team, fam? Give me 2-3 guys. We need stay around. Bruno.
I mean, Bruno's got to stay. Absolutely, really, really, really was impressed, and I've been seeing him. But is Patrick Dorgo, the left back, dude, played out of his skin today. Young guy, real young. He just came in from Serie A. He's actually, I want to say he's Danish, but yeah, Dorgo. I mean, Amad Diallo he had a stinker today, but again, he's just come back from injury, so you can only expect so much. So I would say between him, Diallo. I mean, I would love to see Kobe Mano come back.
Why wasn't he playing more?
Well, he's in a little bit of a contract thing, and not for nothing, Mason Mount has been informed. And I'm still undecided about Mason Mount. The price tag was 55 million, and this guy does come with experience, but also comes with injuries and just inconsistencies. So for me, I'm almost willing to give him another shot just based off of kind of what I saw at the end of the year. So I'm okay with Mason. Bruno goes without saying. Patrick Dorgo, Amad Diallo, Kobe Mano, and then new guys coming in. And then Lenny Yoro. I mean, he's a young defender. Those are guys that come to mind. Mateus DeLitt, he can go. Harry Maguire, you can somewhat stay around, I guess, just because, at this point now, I feel like he's kind of like folklore. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's I told you Mateus Cunha from Wolves is coming in. I'm excited about that. I'm pretty sure that's confirmed. That's like a $65 million move. Portuguese guy, makes sense, coming in with Ruben and that whole thing. But lastly, I'm goalkeeper. People would know it. I played it. It's like, I backed this guy or tried to, but the nonsense. It's got Onana. You gotta go. He's gotta go. It's been the first year he basically cost us Champions League, and this year, bro, we're in 16th place, right? We just crashed out of. We have no Europe. Shame, bro. Shame.
Onana. So, yeah. Honestly, I'm not sure what to think about him because I feel like he was like rated like somewhat of a high keeper or whatever. But I'm like, dude, the ratings is whatever. But like, yo, what's the record? What's your eye test tell you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man.
Am
I wrong? Is that right?
Not, yeah, because he could, because maybe,
like, why is he getting so many save opportunities? You know, like there's a whole, the stats is weird with keepers. You know what I'm saying?
bro, his decision and his instincts are just, it's too sporadic. It's way too off, bro. This is like, this guy should be playing in the French league too. You know
Clean
what
it
I'm
up.
saying?
Yep. Clean it up, Onana.
Clean it up, bro.
Fam, that's a good wrap up. Great way to leave. Good luck in their final match, and a lot to look forward to in the transfer season, off season. Of course, we'll be keeping up with all the news. Victoria staying tapped in with what's going on with United. Tough result again today.
Sucks.
Whatever, friggin' Spurs. I like Sonny friggin' doing something, but beat it.
Algorithm. Get out of here.
The algorithm. Spurs. Fam, I got WWE here in the no cards. Let's go. Let's get up to speed off the top rope. Here's what I got in my friggin' notes. Obviously, we're going to talk about what's next coming up. I got, Mello. We can check in with that. And then I got friggin' Jeff Cobb, JC. Yo, what's up with that big belly of his, bro?
Yo, honestly,
and then I saw him doing some backflip or some shit. Like, yo, I was not expecting that. I was like, damn.
Jeff Cobb actually he used to be even bigger too.
He's like Bam Bam Bigelow.
Even bigger. Yeah, fam. I mean, honestly, let's
just tap in with WWE in general.
Let's tap in.
Jeff Cobb, JC, part of it, but go ahead.
We could definitely tap into that whole that whole thing. I mean, at this point now, these guys are just dropping out of the sky.
I'm out of the WWE loop, so you know what I'm saying. To get me, I'm refreshing right now.
Well, I'll tell you, we could just rewind probably back to a month ago. It's been a little bit since we've recorded, but yeah, they made some cuts, fam. They made some cuts.
Oh, tough.
I want to say, they've, Braun Strowman out. A few of the female wrestlers
out. SOB.
Which
Dakota Kai.
It's part, Dakota Kai. Shayna Baszler, and then Zoe Stark was the last one coming, and she just blew her knee out.
Diablo.
So she's next, and that's the thing. That's kind of one thing just with wrestling. It's just it's a. We talk about all the time. It's as cutthroat as anything, man.
Cutthroat, bro.
They will cut you to tell you to come back. You come back. They'll cut you. They cut you again. But it's all about the next person just being hot. Rusev just came back. It's only a matter of time before they cut his ass again, because it's like, bro, no one cares about Rusev.
Nope. I saw him coming back with some crazy vignettes, and I saw seen him just a fam 100%. It's just like, to me, like, it's just like any other sport. You know what I'm saying? You got guys like on the, I don't want to say they're on the fringe, but like, practice squad / quadruple A players, right? That's what they call them sometimes, but like.
Yeah, and they get their shots, and it's like, I'm going to give you a run. They get their opportunity. And they'll get a solid run, Like, they gave Dakota Kai a solid run, and it's like, all right, you didn't put up a match. Lyra Valkyria, she handled you, so that was basically like match for your job. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and that's what it was. She lost the Intercontinental match. She got in the tournament. Okay, you boost your way up. You can show the indies that you still somewhat got it. They'll give you a chance, and it's just really, that's it. You work your way back up. It's really relegation. It's really about the top. It's all that. Then you got your mid-card people. You got your top. So, wrestling's no different than a lot of these sports where we talk about, well, mostly soccer, just in terms of, it's cutthroat, man. So, wrestling, the Braun one kind of, it's crazy because it's like, we joke about it, but it's like, I gather, I was hearing some, did you see the quotes?
I just saw that he was getting overpaid. That's all I saw. I don't know if that was right or wrong, but I saw he was getting overpaid for like his role or what he was doing or whatever. But it didn't, one and one didn't make sense over there with that. So, and if these guys are like independent contractors or like they're not signed, they're signed, maybe his time was up for fucking renewal or whatever, and they just didn't re-sign him or something. I don't know how that works, but
I saw a quote or something where it was like, these guys be talking on the podcast, maybe Bubba Dudley, but something along the lines of like, Paul Heyman had to have like a real talk with Braun Strowman and was like, yo, you're just not that good.
Wow.
You know, it's just like, wow. It's like, oh well. I mean, and in all fairness, I mean, he's just, he's a big, strong guy.
See, like but I just don't. I don't know, like if I could agree with that, Paul Heyman. So if someone told you that, Victorious, what are you supposed to do? Okay, you say okay. Thanks, Paul Heyman. All right.
Yeah,
Well, I'll
yeah,
just
no,
I'm gonna go be a trucker then.
for
No,
sure.
fuck it, Paul. Fuck you,
Yep,
Paul Heyman. I'm not.
yep.
Who are you, Paul Heyman? You
Paul
know what I'm saying? How
Heyman,
about you
bro.
say, yo, what can I get better at? Or like, yo, what are you lacking at? You know what I'm saying? Where are your deficiencies at? You know what I'm saying?
But it goes to show you, you know what I'm saying? We all know, a guy like Heyman, his words, and maybe that was why it was said, but that, maybe those comments themselves could have ruined
And I
something
and I
like
like
him.
I like Paul Heyman too. But I'm
Of
saying this
course,
this is
of
just like
course. But he's also a needle mover.
but
He's
the first
also he's a
first thing
power
is
guy.
first thing we talked about, is like, yo, this is cutthroat, bro.
Yep.
Right off the bat, this is cutthroat, bro. Like in any, I think about when the guys get called in for NFL, they get cut. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
Uh
sorry. You know what I'm
NFL
saying?
might NFL might be like probably the
I just saw
probably
Buffalo Bills
probably
doing
yeah.
Hard Knocks.
Yeah, probably
So
probably one of the more brutal ones for sure. Just due to, I mean, it's similar to the wrestling, the short contracts, whatever it might be, So,
fam? What storylines are we catching up with? Who's got the belts
yo,
that you like?
fam,
What's Mello up to?
it's
Let's get down and dirty.
yeah, man. Again, I have to catch up. Not in the sense because I'm caught up with Raw. There was 2 weeks ago. I wasn't like a big fan of one of the episodes, but this last one was pretty good. Logan Paul actually ended it with Jey Uso. He actually snubbed Jey Uso to kind of end it, and I like Logan Paul just for the simple fact that he's a troll, and I think with it just kind of taunting the crowd. But for me, I was thinking about this. Like, I give respect to the guys who can go out there and actually go to the live crowd and hear the what, like actually take it out in the crowd, like go out to the crowd in the middle of the ring, right, and just hit me
And
with
keep
this
going.
and keep going, bro.
Yeah, it's
So
no joke.
there's a reason why some people do things backstage. There's a reason why some people get the mic in the ring. Like two very, 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 very different settings. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about a setting where, you're looking at someone look at you, give you the finger versus being in the backstage. So
Oh yeah,
always pay
controlled
attention
versus
to that.
uncontrolled. Absolutely.
Literally, always pay attention to that. Something I don't know if people. I'm just saying in general, folks who will probably listen rest, but if you're listening to this,
Yeah,
that's
yeah. Just a
crazy. You know what
small
I'm
little
saying?
that's just a small little from
Right.
from your seat, something that you look at, and honestly, I don't want to say like professional friggin' you know WWE people, but like yo, that's like
Yeah.
yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm sure wrestlers in themselves. That's what the wrestlers will watch. The wrestlers understand that. You know what I'm saying? The pros understand that.
I think where I was really going with that too is the fact that, like, I think Logan Paul does a good job at it. I think he does a good job going out and
Especially for how new to the game he is.
100%.
What about
And what
carrying
he
cross?
says, my bad. Like, like what he says is like, he believes it. Like, obviously, I don't think he's gonna get the championship, but he's like, yo, I'm actually, I really do believe this fucking guy does put on good matches. I feel like he generally puts on good matches. I think he puts good entertainment, and for the most part, every match I've seen with him, I can recall, like, he's wrestled Seth Rollins, he's wrestled Roman Reigns, bro. He's wrestled so many dudes, bro. Jey Uso's next, fam. So again, it's all for me. It's like it's just, yeah. I mean, it's all part of it, fam. It's all part of it. So
I do like him too. And again, for how many years has he been wrestling?
I mean, maybe three.
Yep, I was gonna say two. Yep, two or three,
Maybe
2 3 years.
maybe practicing for three. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? So, um,
What's up with
yeah,
carrying
man.
cross, fam?
Karrion Cross, cause I mean, honestly, it's crazy that he's not on the TV. And I mean, not to cut to it, but it's like, what can they really do for him though? Like, I don't know. It's one of those where, I mean, we're talking about Karrion Cross. This is a guy who
Again, like
just
a
basically just
a
getting
quadruple A
disrespected.
guy, a quadruple A kind of guy, fringe guy, fam.
100%.
Currently at the not to say that's where he deserves to be or that's where he could be or whatever, but I'm
Nah,
just
nah.
saying that's his card right now.
It is. It really is. And I was gonna say it's almost like he got to drop. He got to drop, and he's got to go out there. He's got to smash in the independent circuits, and and I don't think it's a go down to NXT. And maybe it's not a AAA thing. I don't know. I mean, my hope is that they can just really get him a good story, like
See,
find something good for him.
if I'm him, I'm trying to battle into like a weird a weird belt. You know, whether it's the tag team or like I'm trying to an off belt, an IC belt or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
I mean, I think the United States belt, but it's like, does he represent the United States champion? Does he represent an intercontinental champion?
I
He's
think some
not
of the
the
shit, fam.
heavyweight.
I just think some of the shit in general he's been saying. I've been seeing some of his shit on X
Give
and
him
some
the
of his
money in the bank.
his like have exactly
Honestly,
fam.
as we're talking about it,
That
it actually, right?
when I was like, yo,
Did we just stumble on it? Yeah, I
when
think
I
we
was like,
did.
yo, this man needs something off brand. You know what I'm saying? Give him the Market Basket Championship, Money in the Bank, fam.
He needs money in the bank. So I think this might be we might be, carrying cross. If
Wow,
you listening to this, you know what I'm saying? We
we're
pushing for
here.
you, brother.
We're here. Yo, we've been seeing the clips. Like this man is kind of
Yeah.
being disrespected. He's kind of calling out the Logan
Mhm.
Paul types.
He is calling him out. Talking about I've been here and he has been here. And honestly,
But it's hard for
I
me when you were talking about Logan. It's hard for me because when Carrion was talking about it, I was like, damn, this man got me. But like you were saying, like, yo, this man's put in the work, Logan. And it's only
I
been for 3 years, but he came already with a big background, well
yo,
known, well established, and then he's an athlete. The matches he put on, they're not JV matches, fam. They're varsity matches.
my eyes see what I see, my ears hear what they hear.
He's out there with the live crowd, fam, taking it on.
Taking it. So
It's
you gotta
hard for
give it
me,
where
so
it's
it's hard.
due.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, it's
but
like the new
I
press.
like Karrion Kross the way he's
Yep.
And I wasn't really messing with him when I was.
Fam, there
I
people
wasn't
can roll
messing
the
with him, fam.
fam. They can roll the clip back. And, if they look, I have trashed this man on the. I've tried, fam. Like
Yes,
honestly,
fam.
I've trashed this man so bad to the
Yep.
point where like if he goes back and he sees that footage,
Wow. Roll
like
that beautiful beam
I
footage.
wouldn't feel. I'm just saying, I wouldn't feel comfortable. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
If
he said it's on site.
it would, he would honestly, I think he would actually like, he would hem me up, fam. Like, you know what I'm
It's
saying?
on site, fam.
Like,
He's pulling his shirt over like a hockey fight.
e-
Unbelievable, fam.
easily. Like,
Yo,
he's a big dude, fam. You know what I'm
we've
saying?
just
I
we've
usually be
just
like, I could fight someone. Like, I joke around. I say around here, like, I'll joke. I'll be like, I'll slap Gunther.
fam. Whatever CM Punk is doing, I'm doing. I think you can do too, fam.
Yo.
I think you can do, fam. Whatever. And just,
Yo.
we've highlighted a couple wrestlers tonight, which I love. You know what I'm saying? We've highlighted a couple wrestlers tonight. We haven't really gone over the things, but we highlighted a few. Fam,
I'm dying,
whatever
fam.
CM Punk is doing, he's like pushing 50. He's a couple, he might be past 50. But whatever he's doing athletically, I can do 100%, fam. If he's taking bumps like that, I'll take whatever bumps he's taking, I'll take those bumps, fam. Real talk.
Anytime I be seeing CM Punk now, I'm always like, could Hav do that? Could Hav do that?
Come on.
Hav might be. I think he could.
I'll tell you what, I just played an indoor soccer season. Not for nothing, fam. I just put in work.
Oh, yeah.
It was an over 40 league. But I'm pretty sure that's who CM Punk is wrestling. He's wrestling the over 40 league as well.
100%. They put him in double. Well, now they're putting him in a tag team.
Yeah, they're putting him in like four-way matches. Like, come on.
Yeah, but he needs to be carried.
Come on, fam. CM Punk is no joke. Best thing about CM Punk, we've been saying it forever. It's a theme song. That's all he got going.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, yo. Yeah, but in a lot of ways though, I did love his role. And I know we're gonna move on, but like I did love his role in SummerSlam with getting Damian Priest the belt away.
Oh yes, from Drew and all that. Yeah.
That was great.
He played his
that
part.
was great cinema. He's known for having his moments, I would say. You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
So
that's fair. He comes in sometimes.
Sucks.
Terrible.
He is, right.
Terrible. Fam, we got to keep moving, like you said. Episode 123.
Yep.
What else? Anything to look forward to here on the cusp here in the WWE? I'm not even messing with AEW. Not even messing with all that griminess.
No, we don't talk that. I mean, the only the next thing that I'm looking for, I'm hoping that El Grande Americano. I hope he gets a shot. I mean, Dom, I'm a big fan of Dom. We all are.
Big fan.
Big fan of Dom. Yeah, man.
I like Seth Rollins getting a push as a centerpiece type. You know what I'm saying? He's been in the matches kind of, but like now he's
truthfully, we haven't even done the follow up for Mania. It's been a little bit, but
yeah.
like the fact that this man is just doing his own thing now and just kind of like, yeah, it's about time.
Where's Cody been?
Where has Cody been?
Where's Cody been?
It's like Kamala. Where's she been at?
Wow, where Kamala been? The Ugandan giant. Unbelievable. Rest in peace. Yeah. Fam. Yeah, more to follow in wrestling. What we really want to do is spend some time here on Bitcoin, fam.
Need it. I mean, it's screaming right now, fam. We're looking at 110,000.
Episode
$113.77.
Episode 123, fam.
Give me 123K. I want to see 123K.
May 21st, 2025. And we like to keep this as some record here, right? That's what it is. I got 110,126. Unbelievable, fam.
Yeah, fam. When it comes to Bitcoin, I have to
just a month ago, fam. Not to cut you off, just a month ago.
No, it's good. It's good. It just
up 25% in the last month. Up 22,000 in the last month.
We're talking about a dip as low as what, 74, 75, 70, whatever it might be, 77. I mean, I remember buying one morning at like 2:30 and it was like 77.
April 8th, April 7th, it was 76.
I mean, I remember buying, it was 2:30 in the morning on one of those low nights, and I remember just...
Yep, April 7th, it was 76,000.
Yeah, so 2:30 in the morning, I think I did like a $55 buy, whatever the hell it may have been.
6 weeks later, we're talking plus 34,000. So if you bought, you're up, 34,000, fam. 6 weeks later. Not a bad investment.
It's not. We talk about it, but it's like, it's not even being discussed in the mainstream
all-time high.
Not even being discussed. I don't really read the paper, but I don't really see it anywhere, And the way I look at it is, I mean, I guess it's two ways. It's good for me and you who are buying, but it's not good for those who just, and when I say not good, I mean, I would say this much. I'll scale it back. And this is what I was going to open with. Like, sometimes I got to scale myself back when I talk about it because it's just, I don't want to come across as being like this all-knowing, because one, I'm not, but what else am I supposed to like do in terms of like keeping the passion and calm when I know what I know and I see what I see. And even what you're showing me right now is, an asset that is now above Amazon and Google in silver. You know what I'm saying? And literally right behind Apple and Nvidia, Microsoft, followed by gold. I mean, it's incredible. And the amounts too. And fam, what's the best thing about Bitcoin in terms of like its properties? What would you say its best properties are?
No CEO. There's no boss for Bitcoin. It's capped at 21 million. No matter what, there's a fixed supply. So it doesn't matter. We can't issue more shares. We can't find more gold in the ground. We can't find more Bitcoin in the ground. We can't mine up more silver, get another silver mine. We can't mine a Bitcoin mine. Amazon, Google, Apple, Nvidia, all these stocks, Microsoft, these are all stocks in really, I don't know, what do? We issue more shares, keep going, fiat, keep going, infinite supply, keep going. Bitcoin, 21 million, capped forever. I would suggest getting a piece. Also, look at fifth largest asset. Once it's reached this level, it's not, I've read something that like you can't go, no company or nothing, anything that's ever reached this high of a market cap is never gone,
you can't, you can't, it's like you can't, well, first, it's like you can't unsee what you see.
Knock on wood, right? But it's like,
knock on wood. we all talk about this,
Meta, see you
and
later.
we have to
Berkshire
say,
Hathaway,
yep,
Tesla.
yep, and I gotta say it for my own sake. This ain't financial advice. Do your own shit.
Absolutely not financial advice. Always do your own knowledge.
Do your own shit, do your own knowledge. We're just two guys who are telling you what works for us.
Yeah, we
What
just
works.
stack, and stay humble.
It's really stay humble, right? Even for me, again, and explaining it to, those who I feel are worthy of even knowing about it. Because for me, and I say that worthy part because it's like, and again,
Yo,
I'll scale back. It's like people just aren't ready, fam. That's all.
well, you know what? I saw something recently that was like, oh, only tell like if I'm telling you about Bitcoin, that means like I like you and I care about you, and I'm like,
Well,
I'm trying to look out for you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't
right.
want to say I try to tell everyone I know
Yeah.
about Bitcoin, fam, but like honestly, I want everyone along for the ride.
Yeah. My hope is that by talking about it here, if people know that's what we do, they can just come to the section and just hear about it. Like we're
I
not
want
throwing it in their face. It's just, come here and talk and listen to it. We're not fucking
well, how much,
viral,
fam? You've done the
but
knowledge. I've done the knowledge. I'm where
yeah.
you've read books. I'm on my third Bitcoin book.
Yep. Yeah,
You know,
likewise. I mean, honestly, yeah. I
audiobooks,
mean,
right? Audiobooks.
audiobooks, definitely the way to go, by the way.
But yeah, I've read. I got it here. Read Thank God for Bitcoin. Read the Bitcoin Standard, and I'm on The Price of Tomorrow. I don't.
All books, honestly, I'm following your lead. I mean, I got, Bitcoin Standard on audio. Thank God for Bitcoin, and literally the price of tomorrow.
Yeah, I
Fam.
mean they're good books. The next one I have is I don't know if you can see it, but it's like a Bret Hart book.
Oh no, I definitely can't see that. I mean, maybe when I pull up the video after. But what do you got on the Kindle type? Like a real Bret Hart. Oh, okay. Oh, let's go, fam.
But yeah, nah, fam. Always do your own knowledge. Always do your own research. But yeah,
Yes.
I've done. I feel good. I'm not. There's people who have. We talked about this before. Like, oh, I always wish I had more. It's all relative. Like,
Y-
you
y-
you have more than the person down the block, and the person up the block has more than you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, just be happy with what you got and just keep stacking more.
Yep. I think for me, one of the properties that I, and I'm trying to think if this falls under fungible, where, being able to, is that like carrying it, fam? So basically gold, for example, can't transport, right? So if we're talking transportation, right? If you want to take, $10,000 worth of assets, you can take that and have that like in your pocket,
Yeah, how portable is it?
portable, fam. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
how
saying?
how
So,
portable is it?
what you can, and how quickly you can just, on a Sunday night, on a Saturday night, on a Friday night, at any point, you could just quickly, right, shift your money just to you. You're your own bank, and I don't know. And just for me, being able to have that, and that falls under that whole, decentralized piece, not having a bank, right? You don't have the bank being, that's a whole deeper thing. That's, we talk about subsections of Bitcoin and all the different things that you can talk about it. I mean, you talk about Bitcoin to coin, then you talk about Bitcoin to network, and then you talk about all the things that are come within it. But, we just touched on it. Hav just touched on, the things that he feels are, you know, the top. For me, I think the fact that, you could have a digital wallet and be able to access that at any point, at anywhere in the world. You can't do that with anything else. You can't transfer, $10,000 in your like, you know what I'm saying, like cash. Even using your debit card in another country type deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, you can just send it to people as quick. Yeah, again, I mean, now I'm getting in more into like the sillier, not sillier stuff, but just stuff that's kind of
It's a
just
it's
basic
just
stuff, I guess, for me. But
well, yeah, I was gonna say it's down the rabbit hole, right? You're going down the rabbit hole. You talked about some.
Thank you. Down the rabbit hole, and I try to not be down the rabbit hole, but I think
No,
when
you
you,
talked about some of the great properties of
yep,
Bitcoin, and that's a great topic to talk about versus cash versus gold versus silver. It's divisible, it's durable, it's
yes,
spendable, it's secure. Um, it's not. And
You know,
again,
if this,
you
yeah,
can, and this is just one graphic. You know, I just
yeah.
googled like
No, it's good. It's good for people to just see it and just, right? If they'll pause it, boom, okay, cool. Check it out. But yeah, I think one thing that I'm just looking at, so you guys secure, right? Spendable, durable, divisible. I mean, just all great properties, one to know about for any asset, and then knowing specifically, but one thing I was going to say, and not to talk about like the negative part of it, but
yeah.
one thing that people might say, it's like, oh well, gold's been around for however many years, right?
Mm.
Silver, all these things have been around for how many years? Gold being the longest one, but Bitcoin's been around 16 years. It was born in the year 2009, and they came after probably one of the, for people our age, it's a very interesting time because we were just getting out of college and going into what people probably look at the craziest financial time ever, almost 2008. So Bitcoin was created shortly after that. So outside of just how cool Bitcoin is, I think what's even more fascinating is the timing of it all. Like, people really need to look, and again, fam, this is wormhole stuff, and I know that. But if people
I'm
at this
cheesing,
point,
fam.
if there's a newbie just tapping in right now, being like, "Yo, I get this guy, cool, I've done my job, right? Clip it, whatever." You know what I'm saying? This is for the people, you know what I'm saying, who are just new to it. You know what I'm saying? So, part of this is, we clip this stuff. We grab a video, boom, we talk about it, and then and it's for newbies. It's for people, down the road. But Bitcoin's the best, fam. It's the best, And for me, what brings value to it is that, yeah, I feel comfortable in knowing when it goes down what to do with it, and sure as hell how easy it is to have that feeling when it goes up. So I don't know, man. I can go on and on, fam, but thank God for Bitcoin. That's all I can say.
No, for sure. It's a great feeling. Just to again, I look at it, it's at 110,496. Again, setting all time highs. I expected my price, prediction for the by the end of this year was 135, and now I'm like, why so bearish? It could have been a lot more bullish. As it's at
Institutions, fam. I mean,
institution, strategic reserve. We have nations buying. We have
you.
states passing strategic reserve. I saw
It,
Texas just passed. New Hampshire, the first state to pass
by
a
the way,
bill.
yes, I'm glad.
Live
Thank
free
you.
or die, fam.
Very,
So
very proud. Very proud.
I remember I called into this. I called into my town, fam, and I said, "Yo, please, let's get our shit together. When Bitcoin passes, legislation, we'll get our ducks in a row." And lady fucking laughed at me. You know what I'm saying? Lady was like, "Yo, what the fuck are you talking about?" And I wanted to fucking punch her.
Well, they'll be laughing when, again, when they realize, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Again, and this, I told it to my two cousins today, fam. I told them both. I said, listen, man, I don't want to hear it.
No, I don't.
I said, I really don't want to hear it because, I don't want to hear it. I've been told you guys, I already told you guys where the knowledge needs to be done. Basically, stop sending me stupid ass YouTube videos.
Nope, I don't even care about that.
I honestly, like, enough with the antics. And
Is it how we can get some bread and invest it?
no, literally, and it's not, and I love these guys, and I know eventually they'll listen to this, but it's like, I don't know what more else,
Distractions, fam.
it's distractions, honestly. It's the nonsensical, and I love it. Trust me, and I love a good laugh.
I love to laugh. I
I
love to laugh.
love to
You know what?
laugh,
I love to laugh. Yo, like, did we not do plenty of laughing at the Revs game?
bro. Come on, like, I'm busting jokes. Like, I laugh all the time, but I also need substance in my life, and I also need real conversation. Like, enough with the fluff. You know what I'm saying? So
Enough with the fluff, fam. Yo, we gotta just keep it, especially with each other. We just
yes,
gotta keep it a stack. You know what I'm saying? And
yep.
sometimes again, I tell people, anybody I meet, or not anybody I mean, I should, the people that I talk to about Bitcoin and stuff, I'm like, yo, you plan to be alive in 10 years, God willing? Yeah, I want to be 51. I plan to be 51. I got to set myself up to be 51, like a champ.
Mm-hmm.
not 51 like a bitch.
1000%.
Sorry, I don't want to be fucking 61 like a fucking dope. I want to be 61 like a king.
Yes,
Sorry, I don't know how you want to live. I want to be 71 like fucking royal, wearing fucking purple, like might have a robe on all day.
fam. I haven't even broke 40 yet, right? And I feel right, and I'm gonna say it, I know I fucking look good. So I think for me, it's like I'm trying to keep that going, fam.
Yeah, fam, keep glowing. No, keep going, keep glowing.
Keep
That's
going, glowing, and growing.
mm,
Them stats,
mm.
them sats.
Nah, fam, it feels good, and not only that, people understand. People got to understand too. I don't know.
People probably don't like that I
It,
said that, but I don't care.
it might seem a little cultish, to be honest.
Oh, it's definitely cultish,
I
but
don't
you know
care. I
what?
don't.
I
I'm
don't
not sure I
care.
care. But
I
look at
don't
look at
honestly. I don't.
who can be mad?
Fam.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
look back in
so
5 years and be like, yo, I fucking tried to tell you guys.
hey, you know what's a cult, fam? Doom scrolling, fam. So everyone is a cult.
If yo, fam,
So
amen.
so 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 let me tell you right now. If you a doom scroller, and we all are, we all part of a cult.
People,
So I
yo,
don't want to
people.
hear nothing about
I
nothing.
s- I just saw something too. You know, like yeah, people like, oh, you're addicted to Bitcoin or whatever. Sorry, yeah,
Cool,
I'm addicted to winning. Yeah, I'm addicted to breaking my family off and winning. I'm
cool.
addicted to the team winning. I'm addicted to doing
Oh,
things and giving back. I'm addicted to having my time to have freedom and choose what I want to do with it. I'm addicted to hanging with my family and chilling. Yes, I am addicted to that. I'm not
yes.
addicted to fucking being just being one for the man and fucking down for forever. And I'm gonna work till I'm 75 and then fucking
Uh,
retire and be done and then die when
yeah,
I'm fucking 76.
yeah.
Nah,
I'm
that's
just
not. You caught the wrong one.
no doubt about it. No doubt
And I
about
hope
it.
I can't be the only one thinking like that either. If you're thinking like, yo, I'm gonna work fucking 9 to 5 and 40 hours a week, and I'm just gonna keep putting in for the man.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, I
yo,
don't play.
no,
I'm very transparent. Like, I don't foresee myself doing that forever.
no, not doing it. Start your own business.
Um,
I've been telling everyone too.
yeah,
If I ever lose my
respectful,
job, if I ever get fired, I'm going up and down the street with the fucking power washer. I told you.
respectfully, I've been helping humans like in the human service field for well over 20 years, and it's like
Amen, fam.
if it ended tomorrow, then I would say I've made my mark, right? So if I were to go and shift to and again, it is what yo,
But the
bro.
thing is, it's not like if you wouldn't still do it, fam. That's just
Of
you, and now
course,
you have the time to do that. Now you
of
don't have. I
course,
told somebody this the other day. I just wouldn't be. It's not when I retire. I mean, I'm just not going to rely on a check week to week.
right,
Now I get to
right,
go and do what I want to do. I'll go and give back.
yeah,
I already
yeah,
coached my kids' two
right,
teams, and I'm already
right.
I'm in the community. You know what I'm saying? But now, yeah, I can do some other things. Now you can give back where you want to give. Now you have more. Come on, I
I
don't have to
was
explain it for forever. You know what I'm saying?
you already know it, fam. I get down, I talk to AI. I don't care, yo. It's part of our world, fam.
That's real.
And yo, I'd be like,
People
I'll be
better
quite
understand too. AI is coming for your job. If
AI
you
is
don't
coming for your job.
understand that, again, I'll talk to you in 5 years and look. I'll say, look, I tried to tell you.
AI is great for just basic note take. Not even to write emails per se. That's not. I'm talking about writing your own goals. Like talk to AI and you just tell AI, hey, um, strike up some goals for me, and you tell them to notate it, and it just writes it for you, and it's amazing. Like
Yeah.
what could actually be done. It's actually amazing.
Just
I
a
was
resource, fam. It's a
literally.
tool, no different than anything else. And if you want to use no, fam, our phones have so much power in them.
It's crazy. I've
If you
actually.
want to use this resource, so many the internet, the world, YouTube. There's so
Yep.
much out
Oh,
there.
yeah, but people.
AI, fam. If you want to use it, people want to be lazy. It's funny.
Yeah.
People want to be lazy, but they're on IG.
Well, you know what? I think people are now more curious. If you haven't heard, everyone
Good.
hears of it. Well, I'll tell you what. People are curious, and I can tell you, I feel like it's starting to shift from almost what used to be scared to now curious to now being like, all right, at some point, you can even just tell in their body language that they know they're gonna have to like almost accept it. if not for themselves, then for people who they love themselves, who are also enamored in it. So it's like naturally you're going to be enthralled in it because
it's like,
it's just what it
computers.
is.
It's like when computers came. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like the old heads, they didn't know about computers. They weren't into computers really, but you got to kind of figure it out. And the whole world moved to computers, digital.
And God bless, our elders, because at some point, right, we'll be there, right?
Absolutely.
But
So
those older mindsets of folks who maybe aren't open to that, and there could also be young brains, but I would argue that there are more older brains that just aren't open to the stuff that we're talking about now, and it's okay. It's just what it is. I
it's
mean,
real.
it's real stuff. It's very rare where someone who's like we know is settled, good. They're good in life. They don't. It's like all right,
And
you
still
know.
pursuing and still, trying to be out there. Yeah, fam. Of course. That's
So
because that's easy to do, fam. That's human
yeah,
nature.
100%. So yeah, man, fam, to be continued, right? Because
Yeah. No,
for
yo,
us,
fam. Yo, we could keep going, fam.
we can keep going. Bitcoin's screaming right now. It's at
All time high.
110,713. It
All
wants
time high.
111. It wants 111. It wants 111.
Awesome, fam. Yo, this is episode 123. All right. Revolution Pod in the house. Again, keep stacking. If you have any questions, reach out to Victorious. Reach out to your boy.
Oh,
We're here. We're
100%.
trying to be, again, this is, fam, what
It's just a start, first off.
Michael
It's just a
Saylor
start.
says, by the way, Michael Saylor says in 2045, each Bitcoin you don't have is going to cost you 13 million.
$13 million, brother.
All right. So it's like, we're not making this up. This isn't financial advice, but like, we've done the knowledge. We showed you the graphic. Google
Yep.
it. Use the AI. Ask AI.
Only a matter of time, fam, before we start getting other Bitcoin enthusiasts. I know it's only a matter of time. We'll be
Federal
cross pot.
Reserve. Nations
Yep.
buying.
We'll be cross potting. We'll be cross potting. We'll be talking with other folks who are going to be tapping in. I would say, and we know this, we're early, right? We're early, and we
Still
only hope
early.
that those, right? We only hope that those who, at some point really tap in, join us, right?
By the way, it's at 110. It's easier to go from 100,000 to 1,000,000 than it is from 0 to 100,000. I hope people understand that too. Okay, so just wait for the 10x to 1,000,000. That's coming as well. In my opinion, in my belief, with the knowledge we've done, fam. Great energy on this show, episode 123. Any last things to say here, fam?
I'm on vacation. We're off to Florida. We're going to Orlando. We're going to the place of happiness. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait. God bless everyone. God bless Bitcoin. Yo, listen, man. I love it. All right, let's go, baby. Come on.
Have fun, fam. Make sure you take lots of pictures. Enjoy the experience, man. Be present as much as you can.
Yes, sir.
All that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, again, like, share, subscribe. Thanks for all the support, man. It's always awesome connecting with the people. We got energy here, fam. We're gonna keep sending it out to the people. And that's that, yo. You know what I'm saying? Lots of love. And again, all the birthdays. I know Marcus's birthday just came through, fam. Happy 11th birthday, Marcus. He had a nice little goal the other day. I know Lucas I saw him dribbling down the sideline like a little mate, coming up big in goal.
Yeah, man.
It's that season, fam. You know how we do it.
That's it, baby. We working.
Onward and upward. Yo, episode 123. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.